It is said that the Sphinx originally bore the face of Lucifer himself, before an Egyptian king restored the Sphinx with his own face. After assuming the form of Azazel, Satan used his newly won creative energy to give birth to the Nephilim race, who was half angel and half man. After stealing the creative energy from Jehovah, the angels would multiply no more, and Satan intended to use the Nephilim to increase his numbers, being still outnumbered by the angels. Many of these Nephilim would die in the flood, but a bloodline like that of the Nephilim Goliath and his brothers did survive. These giants were warlike, brutal, and ruled over humanity. They also contended a lot with each other, and there was much infighting. Upon dying a mortal death, these Nephilim roamed the earth in spirit and caused strife among mankind to this day. It is important to keep in mind that there were two separate races of giants that once ruled the earth. The first race of giants was that of the Titans, who were not of the angelic race, and the second was the Nephilim, who were the offspring of the fallen angels with mortal women. Many of these Nephilim that were born to human women were brought forth by cesarean section, and would often kill the women who bore them. The fall of Azazel is a parallel of the Prometheus story. If you recall, Prometheus defied Zeus and stole fire from the gods. Azazel taught man the sciences and sorcery. And of course, you have the aforementioned Pemba, who was expelled from heaven after stealing male seeds from the gods and spread those corrupted seeds upon the earth. Prometheus stole fire, which is symbolic for the male creative principle, whereas Pemba stole quote-unquote male seeds. It was Satan, speaking through the mouth of Azazel, that deceived Eve in the Garden of Eden. After his fall from the throne of heaven, Lucifer led the other angels to the black void of the universe and declared this chaotic dimension their new home. This chaotic universe that these fallen angels inhabited, a place called hell by most, was ever-changing. The things contemplated on in the minds of the angels came instantly into being. This chaotic realm became a reflection of the collective consciousness of the fallen angels, so objects would appear and disappear at random, and there was no order. Although members of the occult have been tight-lipped regarding the matter of aliens, I have managed to deduce that the UFOs are the minions of Satan. These UFOs are coming from an extra dimension, but one that is apparently not totally chaotic. These aliens are obviously doing much research into genetics and breeding. Breeding what? I do not know. Horrors, no doubt. Satanists also chuckle about the artificially created New Age movement and claim Satan is behind its creation by controlling these aliens and using contactees and abductees to spread the messages which founded the New Age movement. No surprise there, since these messages from aliens always seem to support humanism and world government. As for these quote-unquote greys, they appear to be a mass-produced, genetically engineered servant. Asmodeus is an archdemon and servant of Lucifer. By some accounts, Asmodeus is Lucifer, and he took Satan, or Hades, into his own essence. Asmodeus is further associated with Samael, who is also associated with Lucifer. Asmodeus is a powerful, high-ranking demon and one of the lords of the Clipoth, or the underworld. He is a demon of lust, whose duty it is to estrange newlyweds. It is said that King Solomon once had power over Asmodeus and forced him to help build his temple. Asmodeus is said to be frustrated and under the dominion of Archangel Raphael. This fallen angel is called the Demon of the Wounding Spear and is often depicted having 3 heads and riding a dragon. One of his heads is that of a ram, one of a human, and the last of a bull. He is often called the god of the witches, the god of sorcery, the god of the circle, and is sometimes called the serpent. Asmodeus is responsible for many of humanity's scientific achievements and has long taught sorcery, mathematics, and the arts. Asmodeus, also called Eshma, Asmodee, and Chashmodee, is considered a prime initiator in magic, which further connects him to Lucifer and Baphomet. He is a prince of hell and governs 72 legions of spirits. Asmodeus is considered extremely fast-moving and very much plays the role of a messenger for the dark gods, because he is the earthbound one. Asmodeus is extremely insightful and psychic. He is highly intelligent and makes excellent predictions regarding the future. He also may be subject to abrupt mood swings. Asmodeus, like Lilith, has also approached the gates of Sheol. Ashtaroth is one of the angels that fell from heaven with Azazel. This demon, who is one of the princes of hell, inspires laziness and teaches the liberal arts. His description is that of a man, pale as death, with jet black eyes, without pupils, wearing a crown, holding a serpent, and riding an infernal dragon. Like Lucifer, he is also an angel-demon mix, and is considered an initiator, and can aid the magician with spiritual development. I have heard it remarked that Ashtaroth is simply a male emanation of the goddess Ishtar, who is Lilith. It has been reiterated that this spirit works closely with Asmodeus for quite a few magical operations, like fortune-telling. Cain, as the Christians know him, is the first son of Adam and Eve, and also the first murderer. Cain was jealous of his righteous brother Abel. So one day, while out in the field, Cain murdered Abel. The Lord, enraged at what Cain had done, drives Cain away from his parents and places a mark upon him so that people who cross his path do not slay him. I have always thought that the standard Christian interpretation of this story was wrong. Just listen to the wording. Here's the Lord speaking to Cain after his crime. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 11, we read, "And now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened up her mouth to deliver thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth." And Cain said unto the Lord, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me away on this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." And the Lord said unto him, "Therefore whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold." And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on east of the garden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of this city, after the name of his son, Enoch. Firstly, who does Cain suspect will kill him if he and his parents are, allegedly, the only people on the planet? Secondly, how would a literal mark on the body stop anyone from slaying you? And thirdly, who's this girl he met in the land of Nod when, again, his parents are allegedly the only other humans on the planet? Occultists have a different view of Cain. They claim that Cain was the child of Lucifer and Lilith, and they sometimes speak of Lucifer as possessing Adam, while Eve herself was possessed by Lilith.